I'm sorry, I have a personal matter. It's not drugs or anything. My kid's involved. That's why I don't want to sit there and have sex with my mother.
You want to tell me anything about what's going on or anything like that?
That's why I did it. I lied to him.
On October 30th, 2022, Palm Beach Gardens police responded to a retail theft call at a local Costco. The merchandise value was confirmed at $459.57.
Hey, where you going?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to do it not out here, but if you want to head to the office, we don't make a scene out here.
Want to go inside? All right. You want to lead the way?
Yeah. Go right through there.
Hey, how are you?
Thank you so much.
My little shoplifting sitting there 87.
Do you have ID with you? No.
I'm sorry, I have a personal matter. It's not drugs or anything. My kid's involved. That's why I don't want to sit there and have sex with my mother. They told me to bring the police.
What's your first name? Okay. I know that they already confronted you from the store. Do you want to tell me anything about what's going on or anything like that?
That's why I did it. I didn't want to bring the cops involved because I just tried to do it with it myself. Because I didn't want them to do anything.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead and give us the something. We saw the active witness.
It's okay.
Both you guys saw it?
Yeah, I did.
Because
I
I'm
saw
out.
it when I made my manager aware.
Here, sit right
You want to open your bag?
Go ahead.
Is it all right if I do it? You don't care?
Go ahead.
Is the membership card in there as well?
Oh,
Remember?
my mom.
Our card's the one that's in there that needs to get in?
Is this all right if I set this here?
I lied to them.
Under Florida Statute Section 812.014, that figure falls between $100 and $749.99, placing this offense squarely within Petit Theft in the first degree, a misdemeanor, not a felony. Had the value exceeded $750, the charge would escalate to grand theft in the third degree, a felony of the third degree. That dollar threshold is not arbitrary. It is the legislative line separating a county jail sentence from state prison exposure. The detention here was legally grounded from the outset. A trained loss prevention employee personally observed the subject conceal flat stakes in a backpack, track her movement through the store, and confirmed no attempt to purchase before she exited. Under Terry v. Ohio, an investigative detention requires only reasonable articulable suspicion. A first-hand eyewitness account from a trained LP employee clears that bar with room to spare. Under Florida Statute Section 901.15, a warrantless arrest is lawful when probable cause exists. The combination of LP testimony, physical evidence recovered from the bag search, and the subject's own admissions establishes probable cause beyond any reasonable challenge. The consent search at approximately 2 minutes 58 seconds is constitutionally clean, the officer asked. The subject agreed. Under Schneckloth v. Bustamante, A consent search is valid when consent is freely and voluntarily given, assessed by the totality of the circumstances. No coercion is visible on camera, no threats, no implied conditions. The Fourth Amendment issue here is closed.
I know I'm wrong.
Chris, you're going to raise your right hand for me. So everything he says is true, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
So where were you at? What'd you see?
I was in the aisle, next aisle over from our office supply stuff, and I saw inside her cart she had water. Her meats were on top of the water. There was a backpack on top of the meats as well. I saw her put these flat steaks inside the backpack. That was the only item I saw concealed and everything else. Once the concealment happened, I made my manager Donna aware of what was happening. I received information from her to go ahead and call law enforcement, get you guys en route to make contact and enter the application.
And then you observed her all the way?
The entire process through. She went through our tools and hardware section, cut through our cash registers, through the exit line, and I was on the phone with Gardens PD the entire time until she exited. When she exited, my manager made contact, and that's when you came out.
Okay. No attempt to make purchase or anything?
No,
Okay.
absolutely no.
All right. So the one item you saw her conceal was the steaks at
That
first.
was the first item that I
But you
saw
saw the other
concealed.
ones in the cart.
Yeah, so there's the cart that she has somewhere else is in the store. She left the cart there. There are other pack of steak that is in that cart right now, but we'll find out later on.
Okay. All right. And you guys want
$459.57.
459? All right. Do you guys want to press charges?
The Fifth Amendment issue is not. Before any Miranda advisement, the subject voluntarily stated she did it, explained her motivation, and acknowledged her conduct multiple times. Miranda v. Arizona requires that before custodial interrogation, a suspect must be advised of the right to remain silent and the right to counsel. The critical question is whether this was custodial. Custody does not require formal arrest. In Berkemer versus McCarty, the Supreme Court held that custody turns on whether a reasonable person would feel free to terminate the encounter and leave. Here, the subject was inside a back office, surrounded by uniformed officers and loss prevention staff, with no identification and no means of transport. A reasonable person in that position would not feel free to leave. That is a textbook custodial environment. If a court agrees, the subject's pre-advisement statements face suppression under the Fifth Amendment's self-incrimination clause. That does not necessarily sink the prosecution. The physical evidence and LP testimony stand independently. But it removes the most compelling piece of evidence, the subject's own words confirming she did it. The officer also issued an 18-month trespass warning under Florida Statute Section 810.09. Any return to the premises after a valid trespass warning constitutes a separate criminal offense, a misdemeanor of the first degree. The subject acknowledged a prior trespass from Costco, placing this incident in a pattern of conduct that prosecutors may consider.
Anything, I mean, you just heard his story, he saw everything, you've been pretty upfront with me.
All I can say, I'm telling you the truth, so.
Okay. And that's a good address that you gave me? Who lives there with you?
Mama.
Your mom? Okay. Alright. Yeah, think we can get a receipt?
Yes.
Print it up for that stuff?
Yep.
We'll go from there. You have a car here? How'd you get here? Bus? Okay. Do you guys, have you had a license or ID card in Florida?
I haven't, but right now I'm waiting for a place to help me get a place. So I'm in the program and all that. I'm not on anything. I just did it for my kid because they keep threatening me for my kid.
It's the same thing you had in your email.
Well, yeah, that was
My email.
Okay.
Because I thought, wait, I
Did you guys want to trespass? We can do an 18-month trespass warning.
Yep.
So you won't be allowed back at Publix for 18 months, okay? If you do come back here,
Sorry.
Costco, sorry.
So-
I said Publix.
Can I ask you something? If they do anything with my kid, can I call you guys? Since I already have an incident now to show proof.
Yeah, if you have some information about somebody that's threatening you or doing, call your local law enforcement. I don't know where you live. It's going to be West Palm or Sheriff's Office or whatever you got going on over there, okay?
Yeah.
I was at work.
Alright.
So I also want to explain to you that for law enforcement purposes, their standard on coming back into any Costco is 18 months. But our wish is you are never allowed back in our
Listen,
Costco.
I already was out for side. I was on drugs.
Okay.
And listen, I've been doing the right thing. It's just, I want my kid back.
I understand that when your children are involved, you're going to do what has to be done. I understand that, but unfortunately, this was the wrong
I know.
decision, and you know that.
I admit that.
That's fine.
Your copy, you hold on to that one. It's kind of hard to see it, but it says November 30th, okay?
Thank
Just
you.
a month from today. Any other questions about that? Alright, and then you guys have a receipt.
Yeah, we have the receipt. We
Okay.
got the receipt. There you go.
Can I have this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright. Yeah, we can walk her out. And then if you want, we can wait with you outside and we'll get some,
What's that?
Yours. No,
That's-
you
you
can
can have it.
we'll see if we can get some more info on what's going on with your daughter, okay? I'll say, can I get your email?
The responding officer receives a B+. The detention was legally justified, the consent search was properly executed. The LP witness was sworn before testimony was taken. The officer maintained composure and demonstrated genuine professionalism in a situation that required no use of force. The deduction: no Miranda advisement was issued despite circumstances consistent with a custodial environment. A prophylactic Miranda warning would have cost nothing and insulated the investigation against Fifth Amendment challenge entirely. The subject receives a C. Cooperation during a shoplifting detention is tactically reasonable. Non-resistance prevents escalation and may influence prosecutorial discretion. However, voluntarily providing a confession without invoking the right to silence eliminated the strongest legal defense available. The Fifth Amendment exists precisely for this moment. Saying nothing preserves every option. Saying everything forecloses most of them. Loss prevention employee Chris receives an A-. His account was specific, sequential, and internally consistent. He maintained continuous observation from concealment through exit. Critically, he did not physically intervene. Correct procedure that limits both civil liability and escalation risk. The minor deduction reflects incomplete documentation of additional potentially stolen items left in a separate cart. The key lesson from this incident is straightforward. Miranda warnings are not a formality. They are a constitutional checkpoint. When the environment becomes custodial, the obligation to advise attaches regardless of whether the subject is cooperative, regardless of whether an arrest has been formally declared. For the public, the right to remain silent is most valuable, precisely when you believe explaining yourself will help. In a criminal investigation, nothing you volunteer can undo what has already been observed. It can only add to it. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content on police court interactions.